Qwickly Attendance is a tool that can be used to record attendance in Blackboard. In this video, we will look at its features and settings. Features of Qwickly Attendance. Using Qwickly Attendance, faculty can record attendance manually for current or past sessions. Faculty can also allow students to record attendance by themselves using the check-in mode. They can also track and modify the attendance record. The students can view their attendance record through a link to the tool from the course menu in Blackboard. You can set the tool to send an email alert to students if they are recorded absent. The tool can also be integrated with the Grade Center if needed. We will demonstrate how to set the Qwickly Attendance tool in Blackboard. To activate Qwickly Attendance in your Blackboard course, log into Blackboard and then select your preferred course. In the course menu, you will find a link to the attendance tool at the bottom of the menu here, called Attendance. Even if you don't find this link, you can add it to your course menu. To add the attendance tool to your course menu, click this plus icon here, then select Tool Link. Enter the name of the tool and select the type. So let's select the type first. In the type, you select Qwickly Attendance. Then you type the name of the link here, for example, attendance, and you make the link available to users. Then click Submit. The link to the tool has been added to your menu here at the bottom of the menu. You can easily drag it up if you want to the location that you prefer. To access the Qwickly Attendance tool, click on the attendance link on your course menu. You will see this page only the first time you open the Qwickly Attendance in a specific course. Click Begin Setup to configure attendance settings. In the attendance settings page, we will be able to set or change some of the default settings for Qwickly Attendance. Default Style will give you the option to select the default way your attendance list will appear on screen when you take attendance. You will always have the option to change your preferred style directly on the Take Attendance screen. The default is usually List, which I'm going to keep here. You can select Check-in when you want to allow your students to record attendance by themselves. But as we said, you can still make these changes later on the Take Attendance screen. So I'm going to keep it to List for the default style. View Preferences will allow you to choose some of these options. For example, you can show the total absences for a specific student on the Take Attendance screen. The only option I'm going to change here is the record order. We prefer to have the newest first. So when you go to the attendance record, you can see the new attendance entries and then the old attendance entries. Grade Center integration. By default, as you see, we don't have a column selected for attendance or for absences. You can change this so you can have a column in your Grade Center that shows the attendance percentage or the number of absences. The first option is for the attendance column. So if I want an attendance column, I can click Total Points, and this will give me the name of the column, which I can change if I want to, and the points. So this means it's 100 points, and this is going to give me a percentage. So this column in the Grade Center will show the attendance percentage so far for each student. I don't want to select this. I prefer and I advise you to keep this no at the beginning, and then later on, if you want, you can come back and change this at any time and the attendance column will be added. Same thing for absences. If I want a column for absences, I can click points, and then this will tell me that an absences column will be added, and that points for absences, for example, will make it 1, so each absence will be counted as 1 point. Again, we don't want to select these columns so far. Remember, if you add any of these columns to your grade center, they're going to have scores, and these scores will affect the total mark. So we need to be careful. If we add these columns, we need to make sure we go to the grade center and edit the column information and make sure we don't count this column in the total grades. So the safest is to keep them no for now. The check-in option is important if you're going to use check-in for recording attendance, which means you're going to ask your students to record attendance by themselves. The default setting is that there is no PIN required. For better security, it's better that you require a PIN, and that will generate a 4-digit number that you need to give to your students so they can record their attendance. And also here you can set the check-in time, so you give your students a limited time since you start the attendance for them to actually record their attendance, and it's usually to have this to be a short time, not more than 2 minutes. It's definitely up to you, but the shorter is the better. So you could have 2 minutes like this. If I put 2 minutes, it means once I click check-in and I start the attendance, my students will have 2 minutes to record their attendance in Blackboard. So we are setting the options for check-in here, and these options will actually be active if I use the check-in method. Absence email. You can set the tool to send an email alert to the student if he or she has been recorded absent. To do so, change this option from no to yes, and this will give you a draft email that if you want you can change, but this means that the email will mention to the student the date and the course that he or she has been recorded absent. Attendance statuses. The tool is configured to have 2 statuses by default: present and absent. So present will be counted as 100 points, absent is counted as 0 points in the grade center if a column has been enabled. So as you see, only 2 statuses are there, and you can actually continue with this just 2 statuses. In case you want to add more statuses like late or excused, then you can do that by yourself. For example, to add a late status, you scroll down to custom course statuses and you add a 3rd status. So in this case, I'm going to add a 3rd status for late. So I will type the number here. So this is 3 and name is late. Points possible. Here you have to decide how many lates are going to be counted as an absent. So if we say 3 lates are counted as an absent, it means that each late is going to be around 66% present and 33% absent. So this will be like this. And absences 33.333. So the total of these 2 should be 100%. And then you need to choose a color. So if I want to use, for example, a yellow color for this, then I select a color like this, then I select choose, and now I have set a color. After I am done with my setup, then I click Save Settings.